Welcome to our channel where we share with you the most long video virals original, finance sad, in English big entertainment storytelling. Please subscribe for more updates. The old woman looked at the dead body of her son and started crying. She had lost her only child. The funeral had just finished and she was now heading back home. The neighbors tried to console her, but nothing could take away the pain of losing a child. Who could understand the pain of a mother who had buried her own son? Nobody. The old woman entered her house and went straight to the kitchen. She opened the fridge and took out a glass of water and drank it. Suddenly, she felt something moving inside the glass. She thought she might be hallucinating due to grief. But when she looked again, she saw that it was a small fish that was moving around in the glass. The old woman looked at the fish and suddenly a smile appeared on her face. The fish was so tiny that it couldn't have possibly come from the lake. This meant that her son must have put it there. He must have bought it from the market and kept it in the fridge as he wanted to eat it. The old woman picked up the glass and looked at the fish. She could see that it was alive and well. She knew that if she poured the water from the glass into the lake, the fish would survive. But she didn't do that. Instead, she went to the bathroom, turned on the water tap, and poured the water from the glass into it. The fish immediately started swimming in the water and seemed very happy. The old woman looked at the fish and thought about her son. He had such a pure heart that even a fish could sense it. If he had been alive, he would have become a great man one day. But now he was gone. She didn't know what she had done to deserve such a wonderful son. As she was thinking about this, suddenly she heard a knock on the door. She wiped away her tears and went to open the door. She was not expecting anyone, so she was surprised to see a young man standing in front of her. "Hello, Mom," said the young man. "I'm sorry to disturb you, but I saw the hearse arrive. I didn't mean to pry, but may I ask who was being buried?" The old woman looked at him and replied, "My son." The young man looked down and said, "I'm very sorry for your loss. I didn't mean to pry, but could you tell me how he died?" The old woman shook her head and said, "No, I can't tell you that. It's too painful." The young man nodded his head and said, "Of course, I understand. But I couldn't help but ask because I knew him." "You knew my son?" asked the old woman. "Yes," said the young man. "We were in the same class at school. He was a brilliant student, and everyone liked him. I hadn't seen him for a long time, but I recognized his face and followed the hearse here. I'm sorry to have caused you any pain by asking about him, but I couldn't help it." The old woman looked at the young man and suddenly she felt a lot better. At least someone in this world knew about her son and cared about him. She invited the young man in and offered him some tea. They talked about the good times they had spent with the son, and the old woman learned that many of her son's friends had gathered at the lake after his funeral to pay their respects. The old woman thanked the young man for coming and consoling her. She knew that her son had died, but it made her feel better knowing that he had touched so many lives. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe. We will always keep you entertained.